The Miami Hurricanes have won 5 national championships. Over 226 alumni have played or are currently playing in the NFL. In fact, some fans refer to the University of Miami as NFLU. Today, the Canes are looking to spread a little sunshine over the gridiron. The 6th-ranked Miami Hurricanes and their dominating defense swarm up the East Coast as they bring one of the greatest shows on turf into Philadelphia. Miami must win to have a shot at another national title. The 6th-ranked Miami Hurricanes battle Temple next, live on FSN.
It's College Football Saturday on FSN, presented by Kyocera. Pass a single. Over to the near side is Loveland. Now Hamilton comes to the near side. Time, but off target. Hamilton available. A little out in front of him. And Dave, you be the judge. Alligator arms on that.
I think
Winston, you said it. Big guy. Otley, Lombardi candidate. And Moss and Hill in the backfield with Moore, Sonoris Moss, the other Moss, the wide receiver, and Greg Olson, the guy that we'll be talking about this afternoon. A little potential there.
Right there. Great player.
Quick one outside, uncovered. First down and a lot more. There he goes. Moss down the sideline. Will they have an angle on him? No. Inside the 20 on the second snap for Miami. Touchdown Hurricanes.
Well, that is the fastest player on the team. Santana Moss's little brother, Sonoris. And he's only 5'8", but he runs like a 4.35 40. He can pick him up and put him down. And those jackhammer feet were shown right there. The difference in this game is speed. Miami has it. Temple is looking for some. Nothing fancy. You make a man miss. Lamb misses. Now he tight ropes the sideline, stays in bounds. Here's where he kicks it into another gear. Temple doesn't have that gear. They take a bad angle, bad geometry, trying to intersect them. Moss is in the end zone.
Petty for the point after. So as far as Moss is concerned, this is where you don't want to be a double D or a triple E shoe size wise.
Right, exactly. They have vacated the area code, and we'll show you after the kickoff.
Once again, the lefty Brian Monroe will punt it away, and it's going to kick it away. Coleman's going to bring it back. Will he be able to make it to the 20? No. Not a bad tackle downfield on special teams by Willie Williams, the line. On first down, little counter action. Ferguson trying to bounce outside. You won't be able to get around the defensive lineman like that. They're not related, but Andy Moss out there, take it. You get 100 yards today.
Yeah, and if rush or receive or total yards, it can be rushing, receiving, and returns. One time, Sonoris in this last week, he had an 8-yard return that put him over that 100-yard mark. So when they contribute 100 yards of total yards in the game, they're tough to handle.
On 2nd and 5, looking for the tight end, Olsen, and he's got a first down. Yeah, this is a guy that, and we saw a couple of catches he made, the one-hander against Colorado, a sophomore from Wayne, New Jersey. He's not as fast as Larry Coker told us when Winslow came there. He's a former wide receiver, so he had the speed. Right. He goes, but his size, he's up there with Shockey and Winslow as a blocker and a receiver.
6'5", 252, and runs a 4.55. That's a nice size-speed ratio. That's going to cause people problems, and he does exactly that.
Leg it in for the first time, the wide receiver to the near side. Pocket protection. It's a beauty. Touchdown, Olsen. If he hangs on, he does. He tried to slide down his hip. Bad news for the Owls. Another score for the Hurricanes.
It's too big for safety.
Coleman into the end zone is going to bring it out anyway, and he won't make it to the 15. So George Coleman out to the 12. By the way, that missed extra point by Petty. So it's only 30. In for Temple. So this is a surprise, and he almost puts it on the ground and then tried to ad-lib. He is buried.
Well, DeCenzo is
back once again. Waiting for the punt from McLaughlin is Devin Hester at the 45. He almost had one for a score last week. Pressure on the punter, a much better one. A wobbler, a high one, though. Hester looking for a block. And here we go. He's got a roll on the sideline. Now it's the punter. Can he get him? No! He fans on it. Touchdown, Hester and Miami. Give me a break.
Incredible. you can't simulate Miami's speed if you're Temple in practice. I mean, you can't practice what Hester does against you and give this kind of look. That's why they wanted to kick it out of bounds. Because Hester, I mean, he makes a lot of bad decisions, but they can't tackle him. They can't corral him. They can't bring him down. Now he gets to the outside and he picks up a wall. Once he sees the wall, it's trouble. And again, the bad angle, poor geometry. They cannot believe Hester's as fast as he is.
Extra point up. And good this time by Petty.
He just says, we got an answer for him.
This guy's hard to believe. He's got 5 of those 55. He's got 3 on kick returns. That's his second on a punt return.
No, he's got 4 now on punt returns in his career.
Unbelievable.
He's got 4 on punt returns and 2 on kickoff returns. 6 of them. Amazing.
With a 39-yard average, the regular punter, he's got more punts than McLaughlin this year, is in for the first time. Will it make a difference? Low line drive. Returnable just a little bit for Hester. Now waiting to see if he's going to get a block.
Wow.
Makes a miss. The guy tried to trip him. Look out again. He'll go out of bounds at about the 41-40-yard line. You think they're right now thinking about when do I get into the game? At 20-0. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Tyrone Moss bouncing outside. And again, bad tackling. He will be knocked out of bounds with a first down at the 21. A gain of 19.
Knock off his pins. We just saw it there.
He's behind Hill in the eye. Right underneath. And there's Sonoris Moss again available. Coming across the middle of the field. Miami, and it's paid off. Starter in his sophomore season. And across it's Olsen. The tight end's in again. Greg Olsen, the sophomore from Wayne, New Jersey, with his second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. Just a shallow cross. You got a clean release off the line of scrimmage. And in the red zone, if you can run the ball in the red zone, then all of a sudden your tight end becomes a huge factor. He's not touched coming off the line of scrimmage. Has a clean release. Now he's just running away from people. He's showing that that real good speed that he has at the tight end position. He ran away from Tapia, the linebacker, easily.
Tight end that ever came through Miami, and he's got great company like Coach Coker was talking about. Jeremy Shocker, Kellen Winslow, and Bubba Franks.
5 quarters of play.
DeSanzo looking for his first completion, and he's got it, but boy, paying for it on the receiving end. They're tied in. Azu leads the Owls with 21 catches, and they haven't even looked in his direction yet. Almost intercepted. Read perfectly by, guess who? Devin Hester. Myers, Dave Lapp, Jim Knox, Kyle Wright out of the gun. Almost lost the handle, but still plus yardage out of it. Did he have it on a string? Is that dollar bill on a string?
This season, it's hard to compete.
Almost. Falls incomplete. All right, stays in there at quarterback. Checking off at the line of the quick one. It's Sonoris Moss. And another first down.
Sonoris trying to close the gap. He's now got 5 touchdowns on the season when you throw that.
60 yards. It'll be second and 10, 35-yard line of Temple. Again, a cushion. Big wide receiver. Jola, the junior from New Orleans. From Miami over Temple. Used to meet every year when they were in the Big East. Right, with plenty of time thanks to the pocket protection. And the grab is made. Touchdown, Ryan Moore. He located it. Quarterback never saw it.
Play against him. This is a broken play. I mean, there was nothing early for Wright. Wright escapes, gets out of pocket, now throwing on the run. He says, I know I've got a size advantage, and you know what? DB, Wilborn's got his back turned to the football, and I'm going to throw it. Temple doesn't have much of it.
Phillips and Coleman waiting for the kick. And it's going to be George Coleman from the 5. Help me, Rhonda. What a pop by Jones. Rashawn Jones, the defensive back, with a flag on the play for celebration.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're going to nail him for celebration, but boy, you better get the team orthodontist ready because there'll be some loose fillings and teeth over there. Man,
it's just not fair.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's a rattler there.
Make the kids turn their head away.
I'll tell you, that's getting it done. That's speed once again on special teams, and that's, I mean, that's whiplash potential right there. Jones, Rashawn Jones, just a leveling shot, and then they got up and celebrated, and as a result of the celebration, it cost them some yards. Unbelievable.
Nothing doing for the other running back. That time, Durant.
Player's face and said, come on, don't give up. Come on, don't give up. You look at Ray Lamb over here, number 20. If you go into his eyes, you can see actually tears in his eyes right now, guys. These guys are still competing. They know they're outmanned, but they're still competing.
In the second quarter, it'll be the fullback in the ball. Not exactly what they wanted with penetration up the middle. I think they had a better option with Ferguson outside. Easy from up here. On 2nd and 7. He comes and he loses the football. Temple's covered it.
Now those pre-snaps you can't have.
1st and 15. Look out. Almost like Harris was.
The center slides. The guard doesn't come down. He just lets Harris go.
And Harris, honorable mention, all ACC. Sanzo stays in there at quarterback. And uncovered his wide receiver. We've seen 3rd and long with Moss in motion. Fake one way. Trying to come back as Dunbar scrapes it away. Loose ball, and it's covered by Temple. The Owls get it, believe it or not. Trailing 34-0. Aaron Hester, and he's got it. Never felt the blitz off that side. Missing from 53. Had the distance before. What about the direction this time? On target. So Temple is on the board.
You're exactly right, Joel. It was a speed mismatch. I mean, Miami looks like world-class sprint team as opposed to Temple that's trying to catch him from behind here. Here you see Sonoris Moss showing that speed down the sideline. A poor angle taken, and he's off to the races. Now you start going to your tight end, your All-American candidate, Olsen at tight end. And then Hester, as a return man, loses ground to gain ground. It's worked for him 2 weeks in a row. He picks up his wall. He's going to take it to the house. Once again, coming up short, taking a poor angle, bad geometry right there. And then Olsen once again in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the half. And then finally, go to Ryan Moore, another 6'3" wide receiver that has the size mismatch and the contested catch.
As many times as they threw the football. Well, they'll throw it on 1st down. And out of the backfield, Hill has the 1st down. Again. He'll take it as he's brought down inside the 30 by Ray Lamb. All the way to the 25. It's just too simple on plays like that. How about 55 yards on the 1st snap?
You know, Leggett does a good job here as a wide receiver, throwing a block out on the perimeter. And Leggett you see Leggett working inside, and then down the football field, also picking up some blocks. Zellner doing a good job as a tight end. And then I think they can compete.
Good protection that time. Man, the catch. Breaking the tackle, can he get the 1st down? It's their leading receiver, Bruce Gordon. Forward on 4th, a little more than 2. Ferguson loses the football. Still down on the ground. Man, it'll belong to Miami, whoever comes up with it, because they're short of the 1st down.
Heck of a ball game.
2nd and 9.
Top 15, Boston College.
Freeman in trouble. Man, he won't get away. The man that originally chased.
Whoa.
Waits back on the high snap. Now Monroe will get it away. And he did a good job just to bring it down. So Temple's going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 6 yards. Ferguson. Good running lane into the secondary. He's got the 1st down. They'll track him down. He hangs on across the 45 to the 46. 4-yarder for Umar Ferguson. Quickie to Loveland. Broken tackle gets him a couple of.
They took advantage of short fields as well.
Ferguson belted into the backfield. I don't think there's any doubt about their defense, overall team speed on the defensive side of the ball. But I think there's still going to be question marks
early on. But in a lot of cases, that generated momentum for later success.
3rd down is put down by DeSanzo, and he'll go down. Tracked down by Kareem Brown, who's been all over it today.
Florida, they've got Auburn at home, so it's interesting. There's a lot of football to be played.
Keeping it on the ground and spinning his way close to a 1st down. I think he's going to get it. Yes, he will. That'll keep the drive alive across the 28. Charlie Jones.
When you look at everybody's tough schedule down the stretch.
Alabama right now in the 4th quarter tied with Ole Miss at 10 apiece. Charlie Jones maneuvering well. He's tripped up by the defensive back Garrett Schultz, the young man who was actually blocked in the minutes of play. We start the 4th quarter. And Freeman with a nice play fake on the dump off to his fullback. gets the first down on 3rd and a deuce. He spun out of bounds. That is James Bryant. And let's face it, Miami has been kind to Temple ever since they got up early. Now on 2nd and 11.
Nice.
It's an easy one over the middle. Clean hand of Wright, and injured his thumb on his right hand. Little dump off, and it goes for good yardage all the way across the 30. Second catch of the game for Terrell Walden.
Look at Temple just moving around right before the snap, trying to confuse Miami.
Freeman buying some time out on the edge, and can he get to the marker? He'll run out of. It'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. First snap out of the timeout. 5:59 to play. Dunbar can't get there. Perfect toss. What a Khalil Jones, the redshirt freshman from Miami, in stride for first down to the 38.
Every snap, every game. He has been tough off this edge.
He's 6'2", 235. Freeman have enough time? Yes, he does, and he's got a first down. Larry Coker is one incredible sportsman. Because they probably could have put 60, 70 if they wanted to.
Larry Coker likes and respects Bobby Wallace, and I think it was obvious today. And Larry Coker now has won 5 in a row. The Miami Hurricanes are starting to build some momentum as they try to climb back into that top 5.
Let's head down. Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Jim. This game was really over at halftime. You called off the troops in the second half. You got to be pleased with the way your club played, both offensively and defensively.
Well, I really am. Our ones played awfully well, and again, I'd like to play better with the twos. But again, you know, that's a learning situation. I got a chance to be on the field and play a lot, and hopefully morale will be good next week. But I was pleased with the ones.
Yeah, next week, only drawback, I guess, the only downer of this game is Kyle Wright. It looks like a little thumb injury.
Well, I think he has a sprained thumb, but I think he's going to be fine. So I think that's going to be in good shape. So, you know, again, I think it's a good learning situation for us, and obviously we've got to get better. We've got all ACC games left, and it's going to get tougher as we go down the road. We know that.
Coach, congratulations on the big victory. Let's get the big tight end, Greg Olsen, in here. This was a homecoming for you. You grew up in Wayne, New Jersey. A lot of family and friends on hand. You grabbed 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was nice. You know, first time I've been back up here in the Northeast, you know, region for a while. And my parents were both here, and a couple of my high school coaches. So it was nice to be able to come back to this area of the country and play.
What did you see out there? It looked like early going on, you guys, the second play of the game, touchdown right there. Then all of a sudden, Kyle started coming to you quite often. You went to the bench, and I noticed you were telling the coach, hey, they're soft on me. You felt like you were open all day.
Yeah, we knew that the style of defense that they play, the coverages that they wanted to use all week, we thought we kind of had a mismatch in the middle of the field, and it worked out good. You know, we came up with a good game plan, and we executed it pretty well, and it turned out to be good for us.
Real quick, back to ACC play next week against Georgia Tech. Your thoughts?
Now, you know, this is now the meat of our schedule. We gotta get back. I think we have a good little rhythm to going now, especially on offense, and our defense continues to play well. So, you know, now we really got to gear down and really play well these next 4 or 5 games and really try to finish this thing off.
Greg, congratulations on the big game today. Let's head back upstairs to Joel and Dave. Joel?
All right, thank you, Noxie. A lot of talent from Miami, and I'll tell you something. It's easy to like Larry Coker after what we saw this afternoon in the second half.
Yeah, Larry Coker is totally a class act. He's got a great football team. We saw it all day long today, speed mismatches. Now, you match up November 5th against Virginia Tech, the speed becomes more of an equal factor.
Well, don't forget to join us, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. It's the FSN College Football Saturday Kickoff Show. Followed at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. Number 12, UCLA on the road, taking on Washington State. A very good one. Now for Dave Lapp, Jim Knox, I'm Joel Myers. Thanks for being with us. So long, everybody from Philadelphia. Our final score once again, the number 6 team of the nation rolls right along. Miami cruises to a 34-3 win.